Let us start this video with a story. Suppose there was a boy named Ram who goes to his father and asks him for some money so that he could buy a new pair of shoes for his school trip. Ram's father gives him 1,000 rupees and tells him to go to the nearby Sham shoe store to buy the shoes. But Ram asks him for some more money so that he could buy a new pair of shoes from a well known brand like Nike, Adidas, or Puma. Ram's father was surprised. First of all, he has never heard those names and only knows brands like Bata or Campus, which he believes is more compatible with children like Ram. And second of all, Ram has never demanded anything like shoes to be that specific. So his father was naturally surprised, as any father would be. Now, but as the story ends, there are some factors that needs to be taken in consideration. First of all, Ram is going in a school trip, right? So he thinks that it would be a perfect opportunity for him to buy a pair of shoes from a well-known brand so that he could show off to his friends. Now, this is how Nike or Adidas or Puma as a brand has overtaken his mind and affected his thinking ability. And this is so common, this is so commonly seen in so many people in our society and not just in children like Ram. Now, why does this happen? Why is this pattern so commonly seen in so many people across our society and not just in children like Ram? Maybe this is because of the reason of the way the brands have been built over the past few years, right? It has been shown and it has been proved that human psychology and how it affects consumer behavior is the foundation of brand building. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it has been stated pretty clearly that as we move up the triangle, the needs become more emotional and less physiological. And this becomes even more true when such big brands come into the picture. These big brands don't only play upon the emotional side of the people, catch their attention, but also even force them to buy their products psychologically. And the great part is, both of the parties are happy in doing so. The brand in advertising and selling their products to the society, and the consumer in buying it. Now we need to understand, why does this happen? Why do such popular, expensive, and big brands get into our heads so easily that we begin to dream about having their products? Now there are some factors that work in favor of these brands, but we should mind it that these factors or these brands have taken multiple years, not just 1 year or 1 day or 1 month, or it has not even taken just one advertisement, but multiple years for them to win the trust of the people in our whole world as a society and become this big. Now, the factors can be having the products may increase the individual's confidence. Those products from those expensive and unique brands can help the individual to stand out from the crowd and can also help the individual to get the higher social status that he or she is seeking in the society. But if we talk about India, most of the Indian people are trying to impress other people in the society by the things they own. For example, the mobile phones they have, the clothes they are wearing, the shoes they are wearing, or even someone like spending lakhs or crores in just one wedding and so much more. We love attention, and the products from these brands are giving us just the things we want. For example, attention from other people in the society. Now, due to the colonial mindset, we consider something foreign or something outside as more unique and superior to ourselves, and that is our mistake. Though this trend has been changing the youth of this country due to the education they are having or due to the content they're watching, but this is still prevalent in so many people in our society. For example, if we consider brands like Peter England, Van Heusen, Alan Solly, or even Louis Philippe, those names sound so fancy and so complicated. Think about the products, they must be imported, right? For example, clothes from the brands like Peter England must be imported to our country from England, isn't it? But what if I told you that the clothes of all these brands are made in India itself, are manufactured in India itself, and are owned by one Indian group, that is the Aditya Birla Group. But we consider themselves as imported just because they present themselves in somewhat a different manner. For example, in a TV commercial or in an advertisement, the models, the background, the music all looks so foreign, and that gets in our head. Brands really alter our perceptions towards a product. For example, in a research conducted by some researchers in 2004 at Emory University, they gave Coca-Cola and Pepsi to some test subjects in an fMRI machine. Now, when they didn't know the brand name or when they didn't see the brand logo while they were drinking, a consistent neural response was observed in the machine. But when they were given the brand name or when they saw the brand logo to which the beverage belonged, their limbic structure, which is the area of the brain associated with emotions, memories, and unconscious processing, showed enhanced activity. And this showed that knowing the brand name completely changed their perception towards the product or towards the beverage. Now, in the same way as brand names or the brand logos, prices really alter our perceptions towards a product. For example, in another research conducted by some researchers upon test subjects, they were given three different wines. And those three different wines were given three different prices. One's the cheapest, one was the moderate, and one was the most expensive. Now, after they drank the wine, they were asked which wine would they prefer to some of the people they know. And all of their answers were the same, the most expensive one. But here comes the twist. All the three wines were of the same price tags. So this is just to show how brand names and prices really alter our perceptions towards a particular product, how our mind reacts to it. Researchers have shown that when prices are given to a consumer first than the product, the first question that arises in his or her mind is is this product worth the price? And in the same way, if the product is given first than the price itself, then the first question that arises in the mind is, do I like the product? In today's world, a consumer is distracted. More than a billion or at least a few million websites are competing to get the attention of one single consumer. So it becomes very important for brands to get the attention of that particular individual first. For example, consumers like brands who multitask. For example, if you talk about Coca-Cola, despite selling sugar drinks all over the world, they still sponsor big sports tournaments. They hire a famous individual who is known all over the country or even all over the world to advertise their products in the TV commercials. And famously, they also have their own music studio, which is famously known as the Coke Studio. Consumers are also attracted by the exciting things done by some big brands parallel to selling their usual products. For example, McDonald's partnered with Pokemon Go long before it became a worldwide sensation. Now, the funny part is the target audience of both these parties is the same, that is the youth. And when that game was launched and after it became a worldwide sensation, it not only resulted an increase in sales of McDonald's but also resulted in a surge of 12% in the shares of McDonald's as well. Some big brands sometimes partner with some famous individuals who are well known in the country or sometimes even in the whole world. For example, if you talk about Adidas, it has a contract with Lionel Messi, and Nike has also a contract with Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, both of these company know that each of these two individuals have huge fan bases all over the world, right? So there's a high probability that majority of the fans will buy the products and accessories or any product they want from each of their own sponsored company so that they could feel connected to that person in some way or the other. But in recent survey reports and researchers have shown that this trend among consumers in the whole world is changing constantly over the past few years. For example, if we specifically talk about India, most consumers are not genuinely concerned about the prices or the discounts upon the product, but they are concerned about the genuine quality of the product. Most consumers, and this is seen especially in metro cities, in big cities, that they are prioritizing their time over money. Most of them prefer taxi over their own cars to commute to their workplaces. Nowadays, most consumers don't just want better products, but most of them want better along with a different kind of aspect to it from a brand. Because better can be copied almost instantly by any other brand in the world, but different is the brand's leverage over others, and that is what the consumers want. So you better be careful. Don't let your emotions and your urge to show off to other people overpower you while buying a product from a brand. Choose wisely what is best according to the finances of yourself if you earn money, and if you don't, at least for your family. Don't just go by the brand names. Go to the market or go to the mall, touch the product, try it, read the reviews upon the internet, and then make the decision. Remember, the world will try to distract you, but you better be focused. That's it from today's video. If you appreciate my efforts and if you like the information given in this video, you can like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.